Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and welcome to 2023. We're excited about this new year and our first guest of the new year, our Assistant City Manager, Cheryl DeLeon. Welcome, Cheryl.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Councilmember Clemson. So happy to be here. So excited about 2023. We've got some fantastic things that are going to happen this year.
Oh, yes, and we have something big that we do every year.
Yes, we do.
Tell us about it.
So we are going to, on March 25th, everybody, you need to put your calendars, put us on your calendar. On March 25th, we're going to have our big event again. And what is that? Well, that is where Grand Prairie residents help Grand Prairie residents. It's neighbors helping neighbors.
Yes.
What we do is we have over 1,000 volunteers, and we have citizens come and say, I've got some help that I need. We go and help them at their homes. And it's a terrific event.
It is. We get to actually recruit the volunteers.
We do. That's right.
And we have some that come every year. Some
we do.
Of the
we have
same volunteers.
Right. And the nice thing is that we've got church groups. We have individual civic groups, but we also have just individual volunteers that get groups of their friends together.
Yes.
They all coordinate, and then what they do is we give them an assignment. Those assignments that go to someone's house or maybe a park or something of that nature that needs a little TLC, and a lot of times people just can't do it themselves. They just need that little extra help. So what we're doing is we're helping them maybe do some additional landscaping, maybe helping them fix some things around, maybe removing some trash or things of that nature, just making the area look much nicer than it had been in the past.
Yes, I love the fact that it comes in the spring, and that's just the time people are trying to clean up their yards or make
spring
things
cleaning.
Beautiful. Yes.
Absolutely, spring cleaning.
Now, if I wanted to, if I needed the help, how would I get help?
Well, if you need help, we actually have a portal that will be open. It's actually open now. So there are jobs that if you have something that you need done, you can actually apply for that and say, this is what I need done. This is what I like to have. And so they apply for it. And then what we do is we match volunteers with that particular job. So there may be some volunteers that have some specific skills that we can match that job with. But all they have to do is go to the portal, fill out the form. And then what happens is later on, as we go through the process, the portal will be open until March 1st. Once that's closed, then what we do is we start the matching process. So we match volunteers with the different projects.
Yes, so most of this, the organization is done online, correct?
Absolutely, it's all done online.
Well, I'm seeing the picture here of all of these wonderful volunteers going out to help others on that day. And sometimes the people are veterans.
That's right.
Sometimes they're elderly.
That's right.
There are various reasons that they need just a little help.
That's right.
This comes at a great time, and it's a great thing for our city to be involved in.
It really is, and thank you, Councilmember Clemson. This is something an initiative actually that you brought to us. This was something that Texas A&M, I believe you want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh, well, I will have to give a little plug to my grandson, Blake Garcia, who came back and told me about the big event down at Texas A&M. And I thought, well, we don't have a university in Grand Prairie, but we have a heart to serve others. And so the city was open to the idea, and here we are. And how many years have we done it?
I believe it's, 7 years now, I believe?
We might have had to skip 1 year because of COVID.
Right, because of COVID, right.
But it's been such a blessing to so many people. And we have a great committee that works on this, don't we?
We have a committee, and this is a completely 100% volunteer committee. And also, everything that we do, the dollars that we spend, which is minimal on it, but everything is done with sponsorship and donations. So we don't spend any city dollars. All the staff that works on this, we also have some other partners that work on it with us. It's all a volunteer. It's 100% volunteer effort.
It's
neighbors helping neighbors.
And those sponsors donate the money that we do need. That way, there's no money spent by the city.
There's no money spent by the city, but we do need those sponsorship dollars. We do have some very generous folks that actually do help us with sponsorships, but we do need some more.
Right. We already have Asia Times Square signed up, so we're thankful for that.
Nicholas Foundation.
And of course, Nicholas, and then
the Rotaries.
Yes, the Rotaries. We're so thankful for all of those sponsors, and like you said, we do need some more.
We need some more.
funds.
So if anybody else is out there that really wants that, this city has such a servant heart.
Yes.
And we love helping each other. So if you've got a business out there that you want to help a little bit more, please help with this. Help with this project. It means a lot to everyone.
Cheryl, what I appreciate so much is so many of our city employees volunteer for
They
that
do.
day. And of course, they're not getting paid. They just show up to volunteer and help.
A lot of, and not only they volunteer to help that day, there's a lot of planning that goes involved in it. And so all the planning ahead of time is actually done by city staff, and they're volunteering that time too. So there's a lot of time and effort that is put into it. But yes, what happens on the day of, we all get and we meet at South Grand Prairie High School, and we do a big kickoff session. And what that does, it's a wonderful event. It's high energy. We get everybody there, and everybody collects. We do our assignments, and then everybody goes out, and everybody's done pretty much by noon. So it's really only a half-day event. It's not like you're having to take your whole day. It's a half-day event, and it's neighbors helping neighbors.
It is. So we would encourage volunteers.
Yes, please.
We'd encourage sponsorships.
Yes.
And we also encourage our churches and organizations to get together, get a group together, and also volunteer that way, like the Rotary and like many of our churches have faithfully done.
And we've got groups of ladies that have friends that get together, and we've got groups of gentlemen that actually have some skill sets that we need. They'll get together, and a lot of people bring their own tools and things of that nature. That helps us out a lot too. So
that reminds me of Dr. Elba Garcia, who always sends a wonderful crew from Dallas County.
Absolutely, yes. And we couldn't do that without those.
And we appreciate Republic helping us as well.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. And tell us the date one more time.
The date is March 25th.
Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Yes,
so we all have time on a Saturday to help our neighbors.
So we start looking to get involved right now as far as making a commitment.
Absolutely. And if you want to volunteer, if you have a project for us, let us know. But if you want to volunteer either one of those, the portal is now open. Just go to our website and just sign up.
The city website.
That's right.
And then they can go from there.
Right. It's a big event.
Thank you, Cheryl, for always being so supportive.
Thank you.
You're just amazing. We love you and appreciate you.
Thank you so
much. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back.
Grand Prairie, it's time to bag the bag and grab the bin. The city is no longer collecting recycled items in plastic bags because plastic bags damage processing equipment. Instead, use your recycling bin to hold items for pickup. And remember, only glass bottles and jars, metal cans, and paper products are okay. For more information, please visit gptx.org/recycling.
Welcome back, and we welcome our next guest, Matthew Lowe from Asia Times Square. Welcome, Matthew.
Thank you so much, Georgia. Thank you for being such a kind, wonderful councilwoman.
Oh, well, it is my pleasure to serve as your District 1 council person and to have you as a guest today to tell us about the Lunar New Year at Asia Times Square.
Yes, we're super excited. We're tired at the same time because the Lunar New Year this year will be on January 22nd. But at Asia Times Square, we will always celebrate 2 weekends before. That means all of our decoration, everything will go up on January 1.
Wow.
So that our event will start on January 6th. So you got Thanksgiving, Christmas, our New Year's Eve party, and boom, we're heading into Lunar New Year.
Yes, Lunar New Year. And that's always so special at Asia Times Square because it's not like New Year's Eve and then New Year and you're done.
Right.
It's a process, isn't it?
It is, it is. You know, our Asian community, Lunar New Year is probably, not probably, it is the absolute biggest holidays for us. It is, you can say it is Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, all combined into one holiday. And back home we celebrate almost a month long.
Yes, and the date changes every year, is that correct?
Yes, and that's the difficult part on our planning side because every year it changes. It can be beginning of January all the way to mid-March. And the reason is because it follows the moon calendar. And so every year is different. This year will be, the actual Lunar New Year date is January 22nd, but our banquet, our opening ceremony will be January 6th.
And tell us some of the activities that you have planned for us.
Oh, absolutely. You know, like I said, this event wouldn't be possible, honestly, Councilwoman, without the support of City of Grand Prairie, you, and our community. I mean, generous sponsors help make this event possible. But you know, this year is extra special for us. We're bringing in a new lion team, a dragon team, an actual dragon team. So there'll be dragon dancers and lion dancers for this event. January 21st, we will have our very big annual firecracker display. Bring your earplugs.
Yes.
But on January 6th, the opening ceremony is something that we will have a special dedication in honoring Officer Sy, who recently passed away. You know, the men and women in blues are very dear to us. They are our heroes. And with his passing, I just felt like since dim sum is one of his favorite meal,
Yes.
we will be serving dim sum as appetizers inside the banquet for all of our generous dignitaries and sponsors.
That will be a very meaningful event, and it's a way to actually raise funds for his family, isn't it?
That is correct. You know, along with our tradition of preserving tradition and promoting culture, we have a giving tree, and the meaning behind the giving tree is to encourage people to give, and especially during the Lunar New Year event. So anyone who would donate into the giving tree will actually get a lucky red envelope. It's called Li Si. In Chinese culture and Asian culture, Lunar New Year, you get a red envelope, and inside there is a gift. Typically, it's money. This time, the giving trees actually have a lottery ticket in it. So who knows? You might be a millionaire.
Oh, absolutely. That
Yes.
will be fun. And I know that you have events all through that time. If someone just wants to come out and see the decorations, everything, not a specific event, when will it be decorated, and what could they do when they're out there?
Absolutely. So right now we have Christmas decoration, and starting January 1 after the New Year, we will start decorating for Lunar New Year. We have a 250,000 square foot facility.
Yes.
So there will be many photo opportunity spots that you can take pictures of. But one of the highlights from last year and a couple of years ago was the new food court. It's been such a wonderful addition to us. We got Korean hot dogs, Japanese cream puffs, Cambodian Laos cuisine, Japanese poke bowl. It's just been a great addition. A lot of people love it.
And people can come out there and have their lunch or dinner anytime, really, during the day. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And the coolest restaurant we have at Asia Times Square is actually the Pearl restaurant, because there's very few restaurants in the DFW area that serve dim sum. And the Pearl is
Yes.
probably, I mean, I'm a little biased probably, but they're the best.
Well, of course, it's wonderful, and that gives everybody an opportunity to try something new.
Yes.
And also, the Hong Kong Marketplace. Just tell us a little bit about it, too.
Yeah, you know, Hong Kong Market is our bread and butter. My family operates Hong Kong Marketplace for the past 36 years. So we carry products that you cannot find at your typical Kroger's or Targets and whatnot. And it's a 40,000 square foot grocery store that specializes in Asian products. But not just that. I mean, we carry products from all over the world. And I think one of the coolest things for me at Asia Times Square and inside Hong Kong Marketplace is our new clientele. There are more and more non-Asian
Yes.
visiting our facility, and that's just bringing a lot of joy to me.
Yes, I took my grandkids out there to see all the different offerings that you had that is so different from just a regular supermarket.
Right, and we got several more businesses that's going to open up in 2023. One of them is the Paris Baguette. They are a very highly popular Korean bakery. And then we have the Cajun restaurant. The Kick and Crab is going to open up as well. And at the Lunar New Year banquet, I'm going to announce a couple more new signings that we have.
Oh, that's wonderful. So we can get lots of good food. We can shop. We can even go to Asia Times Square for jewelry, fine jewelry now, can't
Yes,
we?
they are doing really well, really well. I'm super excited about Noble Jewelry because that's probably our first high-end jewelry store.
Yes.
In Grand Prairie, probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm very excited. But, Councilwoman, I just want to share with you that I am just extremely blessed and thankful that Asia Times Square is in the city of Grand Prairie. I think the partnership we have, it actually helped us with our cause, because I always recognize and always believe that Asia Times Square is much more than a business. Our mission is preserving tradition, promoting culture, and our vision is to become the destination connecting cultures and communities. And that's just so important for us. Without your support, without City of Grand Prairie being a title sponsor again, so thank you so much, Steve Dye and all the council member, because you guys really support our effort. And the purpose behind all this is truly replace ignorance with acceptance. So thank you so much.
Yes, and we love that. And your vision is just incredible. We
Thank you.
appreciate you and how you do support our other community events as well, and you bring people together, and that's a gift.
Thank you.
It is a gift to our city, and we appreciate you so much. Now, remind us one more time when and where for the Lunar New Year.
So we're going to be celebrating 3 weekends long. So the first weekend will be January 6th to the 8th, and the following 2 weekends. The biggest lion dance, dragon dance performance will be on January 21st.
So we don't want to miss any of those
You do
events.
not.
Need
We
to
ha-
be there.
To be honest, I think we have close to 40 food vendors already
Wow.
applied and submitted. So if you want to try a lot of Asian authentic street food, you got to check us out.
Thank you, Matthew. We appreciate you, and thank you for being with us, and Happy New Year.
Exactly. Happy New Year, and I wish you, our entire city, nothing but happiness and blessing.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Now open daily, Epic Waters Indoor Water Park is epic in every wave. With 11 slides and attractions under a colossal retractable roof, Epic Waters Indoor Water Park is fun for the whole family, year-round, rain or shine. Buy your tickets at epicwatersgp.com.
Welcome back, and we welcome one of our favorite guests, Amy Sprinkles.
Hello.
We're so glad to have you, Amy.
Thank you.
Tell our guests what you do for the city of Grand Prairie. We don't have time for everything you do,
Yeah.
but what is your title?
I think it's and other duties as assigned. I think
Right.
that's really what
Right.
No, I'm the Marketing Communications Director. I was, until recently, also the Library Director, but I've retired from that.
Yes.
And the very capable and amazing Peter Syme took over the libraries to do a great job.
Yes, and you left the libraries in such wonderful shape.
Wonderful people.
Yes.
Big hearts, doing great work. If you haven't been to a library, you need to stop in one of ours.
Right. They might be in for a big surprise if they
Yes.
haven't been in a while.
Yes, yes.
Now, you're here to promote something really special that's coming up in February, correct?
Yes, different hat, not the city
Yes, a
hat.
different hat. I
And
love that.
You and I are privileged and honored to serve on Lifeline's for Families Board of Directors.
Yes.
And one of our big events is, not to be confused with the city's
The
big
big
event.
event.
Yeah, one of our functions
Right.
is Soups On for Love, that the Grand Prairie Independent School District so graciously hosts and sponsors for us.
Yes.
We have it's going to be February 10th at GPISD Admin. Everyone's welcome. It's free. It's lunchtime, so 11:30 to 1.
Right.
We'll have about 20 nonprofits, businesses, organizations, churches at booths with soups. They all bring
Yes.
their different soups. And it's a big competition. Whose soup is best? So,
Yes.
and you'll get to have a little cup from all of them, which is great fun. If there's leftovers, you can take leftovers home too,
And-
for just like $5 a fairly
Right.
good sized container.
And even though you said it is free,
It is free.
there is when you come in, you can make a love offering and get some tickets, and then you get to vote on the soups, correct?
Yes. So the way it's all bragging rights. There's
Right.
absolutely nothing but bragging rights for the organization that wins the
Yes.
most tickets. But you buy tickets and you vote with your tickets as to who has the best soup.
Right.
And so, like First Methodist and Friday Rotary,
Yes.
and there are some ringers that do
Yes.
bring the team out.
Yes.
And they, but that's exactly why.
Right.
Yeah.
They
You can
purchase all
absolutely
those-
stuff the ballot box on
Yes,
this one.
I love that because you can get by
You
with
just
it.
got to buy the tickets and then you can put as many as you want to win.
That's right. And when some we'll take a minimum donation, but we also take large donations, don't we?
Yes.
Yes.
We do cash. We have credit card, check. So all the ways of money are accepted.
And it's so much fun, and it's
It is.
tasty as
It's
well.
very tasty. It's a nice warm soup on probably a cold day in February. It's right before Thanksgiving, so we get to have a little fellowship with our friends and family.
It's right before.
What I say, Thanksgiving, Valentine's.
There you go. I just wanted to make sure I was in the right department.
I think I probably didn't take my fish oil today.
That's okay. But it is always scheduled around Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
the
And so
Valentine's one.
That makes us love it even more
Yes.
because
yeah.
we have that theme going as well. And Amy, what does Lifeline for Families do?
We help the acute homeless situation. So families that normally make it month to month, they probably live paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
They might have a little buffer, but then they hit a bump in the road. Their car breaks down, they have to decide, do I pay rent, do I fix the car?
Right.
They lose a job, and there's a 4 weeks, 6 weeks where they don't have work or an income.
Right.
There's a health issue, and they have to have some sort of surgery or big health bill. And so they've hit a bump, and they really have to make some life decisions. My child is sick, I have to do that.
Right.
My car is broken, I have to do that. And then they end up our hope is we can step in before they lose where they live.
Right.
We want to get them before they get evicted. Oftentimes, they come to us through the school district. We get our references through the school district. Each of the campuses have counselors that keep an eye on the kids and let us know when there's a struggle. But they'll couch surf. They may live in their car for a while. They may live on a relative's couch for a while. They may live in a friend's house for a while.
Right.
They may have a hotel room for a while. It's very disruptive for the children and their schooling. We have seen statistics absolutely confirm with Lifeline's assistance and the stability that it provides, the financial education that it provides for the parent, absenteeism goes down, academics go up, and behavior it improves greatly.
Yes.
So we see improvements in all of those areas for the kids because they're not worried about it.
Right. And they shouldn't be. I mean, we would hope they wouldn't be.
It's a tough thing for a
Right.
kid to have to worry about.
It really
Yeah.
is. Now, we have a wonderful board. We have a wonderful founder of the organization.
do.
Talk about that just a little bit.
Miss Angela Gessner founded this
Yes.
agency
Many years
many
ago.
years ago.
Let's say
years
that.
ago. Decades ago. I know
Right.
that. I can't pull the specific
No,
number out of
that's
my
all
head.
25-ish.
25-ish. She saw an instance of a young person living in their car, as I recall. The family was living in the car and said, nobody's helping that person. She called around, no agencies that wasn't their niche, they weren't. And so she said, well then, someone should do something about that.
Right.
So she did.
Right. She got the Seropolis.
And I think she roped you into helping
Yes, she did
right up front.
indeed. She did, and it's been such a blessing to be there. And I'm not sure. I think I was wrong on 25-ish, but
It's
it's been
something.
around.
Yeah. Well, remember when we have the Freedom Lunch, because we
Yes.
always say the XX Freedom
Right,
Lunch in
right,
June for
right.
lots of your viewers are our loyal attendees to that. So
Yes, they
they'll
are.
probably call us and tell us
They will.
what we forgot. Yes.
But anyway, so the next, tell us also about our executive director.
Dr. Melinda Rogers.
Yes. Yes.
So she has joined us several years ago, many years
Mm-hmm.
ago, and she keeps us. And Vivian Morris is
Yes.
our counselor, and they keep us running every day. They see our clients, they vet the clients to make sure they're fit within our criteria and our funding requirements that we have to sometimes. Our grant sometimes comes with has to be this, that. So they fit all of that. And get them, work between them and their apartment complex to get them
Yes.
situated. We give a graduated, it steps down each month for about 3 months to 6 months, depending on the needs.
Yes.
And get them stable, provide some financial counseling in case there's
Yeah.
knowledge that needs to be
Right.
shared in that manner. We can help them find a job and get the kids connected to anything else they need to be connected to. They need a uniform, Kids Inc. They need food, United Charities. So we partner with all the other organizations in town as well.
Yes. And I think our donors feel very safe donating money to our organization
Yes.
because we have very good stewardship.
Yes.
Melinda runs a tight ship.
She does.
And we have very few employees, like you said. We have the two and are able to service we don't know the exact number. but
hundreds of families a
right.
year,
Right.
and the school district's so sweet to let us have offices in their space,
Oh.
so we have very low overhead.
Absolutely.
So donations absolutely help families. Period.
That's what I like to see, the bottom line, that they know that their money
Yes.
is going toward helping someone get back on their feet to be sustainable, and I
Yes.
think that's very important.
Yeah, it is very, very low overhead, and our grantors, our donors, our the big grants that we get are very impressed with that.
Right.
The school district takes care of our phones, our computers, our overhead, our furniture, so it keeps everything going right where it should to the people.
Yes. So we love serving our families, and we love serving on the board to make that happen.
Yes.
And we love our donors that see the significance.
Make it all possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell them one more time, just touch
Ne-
base on when we're going to be there for Soups on for Love.
Yes. Next event is not Thanksgiving. It
No.
is right near Valentine's on February 10th at
Yes.
GPISD. You don't need to RSVP. Just come on over, come in, and have some lunch with us.
Yes, Soups on for Love.
It is.
Thank you, Amy, and thank you for all that you do for our city and for the other organizations that you are a blessing to.
It's always my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us today. I'm reminding you that it's happening in Grand Prairie.